fun, I thought I'd sit down and do a quick video on the homemade resources that we found really useful so far. So I'm not talking about, you know, your normal pens and paper and things like that, or any actual teaching books or anything like that, because I've gone over that in previous videos. These are kind of like the extra things that we've just found really useful, and I thought I'd just share them with you today. So the first one, very simple. It's a couple of cubes with numbers and the days of the week and the months of the year. So really simple. I think it was £2 something in B&M. I didn't really want anything that was too expensive. It's just up on the side, and Stanley every morning will go and change the date and the day and the month, and it just helps to learn the date, the day and the month in just a natural way, and he's learning them really well through doing this. The next thing is this art canvas, but not this one. So basically for our displays, you've seen our display board, so what we use for it is basically one of these normal artist canvas, you know, that are kind of hollow, and I like that at the back. But obviously this is only a 30 by 40 centimetre one. The one we've got on the wall is a lot bigger. Now, we got it in the works, but I'm not sure if they do them all the time, but I know that they definitely do them in somewhere like Hobbycraft or somewhere. And what we did is we popped we drilled two holes in the wall, and just here and here, and popped it up on the wall. As I say, a lot bigger than this. So of course when you do staple things to it, you do get a few holes and bits like that, but of course you always keep it covered anyway, and so far it's probably lasted over a year. So for £10 I'm really pleased with that, and it's just a nice makeshift display board, because the actual made display boards are so expensive. So we could also replace this, I guess, if we wanted to, but at the moment it's holding out quite nicely. So that's one thing I'd recommend if you want to have a display board of some sort. Another thing we found really useful, Stanley doesn't use them anymore, but I printed out a couple of number lines. I think these ones were from Twinkle, these particular ones, and I laminated them. I don't actually have a laminator, because that is actually one thing I'd say is a good thing to have. Mum has a laminator, and we just use it as and when we want it, because she doesn't use it very often. But so number lines, I just did the 0 to 25 one, and then the 26 to 51. And as I say, Stan, I hope you can see because of the shine coming from the window, but yeah, Stanley used these a lot, and I'm hoping Ronnie will use them as well. So they were really useful. Another really useful maths resource are these little bricks, and they are literally the ones that just click together. You probably remember having them at school yourself. They're really useful for things like dividing and stuff like that, and just simple counting, colours. And I think they were like £8 from eBay for quite a few. So we've used these quite a lot for our maths, and even in later maths I think they can be quite useful. Another resource, I'll try and list all of these resources below as well. So this one we actually got, oh, it's all falling out. So this one we actually got in a charity shop. So the mate's Melissa and Doug, and it's got these wooden bits with little insets for the letters. It's just a really good introduction to making words, and you've got the letters here. I think you can get them from Early Learning Centre, and I think they're about £20, but I'll put it below. As I say, I got this in the charity shop, and I think it was like £4 or something. So I was really pleased with that. But Stanley used it quite a lot, and I'm hoping that Ronnie will use it again. I've tried a little bit with him, and he does sort of match the letters. But yeah, it's just really nice and sturdy as well. Just a really nice resource. I just love wooden resources because they're just so much nicer. Another present that someone bought us was this Geo Puzzle, and I believe you can get them sort of for all around the world. This is a Great Britain one. We've done it quite a few times, and I think Stan and I discussed the other day that we might do it and then pop it in a frame. It helps me know where everything is in Great Britain, because I'm not very good at knowing where all the counties are. It's literally got all the counties and bits. So you can kind of see where we are in relation to things. It's quite a hard puzzle to do actually, but it's quite fun. So yeah, this is really good. It says ages 4+, but it's quite challenging. I think the first time we did it, it took a couple of adults to do it. Book wise, I've got a few books that we really love. Number one, and I've mentioned this before I'm sure, the Usborne Children's Encyclopedia. This is brilliant. We use it for every single topic. You've got all of the different things with lots of nice pictures, and you've also got the QR codes just there, so you can scan it and find out more about each topic. We love this, and it was like £5 from WH Smith, so it was an absolute bargain. And yeah, we really, really like that. We use it all the time. If there's one book I'd recommend, it would be that one. The other one is the English dictionary. We actually got this again from the charity shop, but this is great because it encourages Stan to find out what words mean. If we come across a word that he doesn't know, instead of me just telling him, I ask him to go and find his dictionary. We look the word up, and it's a good way of getting him to do things in letter order as well. So yeah, that's another thing I'd say that is really, really good. So another book that we use all of the time is the Children's World Atlas, which was from the Works, and it was actually £4 when we got it. It's got a whole map of the world, and it's got a map of different countries, and it's just really easy and clear to look at. And to accompany that, we have our light up globe. So it actually plugs in, and it's just really nice to have a light on it. But I just think it's nice to accompany geography with a globe, because then it gives them an idea of, you know, the planet being round, rather than in the books where it's obviously just shown as flat. And it just, yeah, I just think it's just quite nice, and it just looks nice as well when it's on as kind of a decoration. So yeah, it's a bit dusty. I think I need to dust that. Thing we really enjoy having is a bird book, especially when we go to mum and dad's where there's lots of birds, and it just identifies the different birds. This is a Reader's Digest one, but you can get lots of different ones. But I used to love a bird book as a child. When I went round to my nan and granddad's, they used to have this beaten up old bird book that I used to absolutely love. So yeah, it just goes through all the different birds, and I think that's really sweet. Another set of books that we have used time and time again are these ones, and they come in a set. They're the Miles Kelly make. It's wildflowers, trees, butterflies and moths, garden birds and insects, and they're spot books. So basically you can take them out with you, put them in your bag, and you can see if you can actually spot some of these flowers or trees. But again, really simple, really colourful and nice for children, and we have really used those a lot. Similar type of thing is, I'm sure you've heard of these, but the I Spy books, and these are great fun. I can occasionally find these in the charity shop as well. So for instance, this one's Creepy Crawlies. So you get points as you go through. So if you spot the different insects, you get a certain amount of points on each page. That just makes it really fun. We've got butterflies and moths one, and we've got a Great Britain one, the environment. So you can actually look through and find different things, people camping in a forest. But yeah, these are really funny. You can get them quite cheap. I think you can definitely get them on eBay as well, and places like Amazon. Someone gave us this book as a present. It's 101 things for kids to do outside, and we've used lots of different ideas from here. So this is where we got the mini pond idea from, for starters. Make a twig plant pot. I'm just kind of opening pages. Sweep for bugs. Use a pooter. Stargazing. It's got lots of just different activities. There's one where you can make your own plant fertilizer and things like that. Yeah, there we go. Brew your own plant food. But yeah, it's a really, really nice book, and it's given me a lot of inspiration. It was written by a mum who put this together, Dawn Isaac, and yeah, it's very good. Even simple things like this, decorate the lawn with icing sugar. Just really simple ideas, but if you've got a few hours where you're home and you just want something different to do. So we've done a few bits from here. The last thing are these busy books. These are great for the little ones. So Ronnie absolutely, as you already have probably picked up if you watch our vlogs, he loves them. He's got several different ones. So you open it up, you've got the little characters here. You've got a play mat that pulls out, and you've got a little bit of a story as well. And Ronnie will play with these for hours. And they're also good just to take out if you're going to the doctor's surgery or somewhere where you're in the waiting room. And they do different Disney ones. They do all sorts, basically. Ronnie's got quite a few, and he's asked for a few for Christmas as well. So there's just a few resources that we really like. I hope that's helped and given you some inspiration. Please list your resources below, because I always love new resources, and I love finding out what other people really like. So we will see you for our next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.